Hi, welcome back to Mechanic. Not very fixing much today, garage. Well, after yesterday and all the electrical issues, I finally managed to get the OBD port working again. For no apparent reason, it started again on its own. So I managed to clear the engine control, engine management light that I put on. The alternator is still not charging. I've gone through the entire wiring loom, start to finish, cleaned up every engine earth, gone through the whole engine bay. Now, I may have made a mistake on the blue car, the fact that it was charging. The wiring was broken underneath the starter motor to the alternator, which doesn't put your dashboard light on. So when it's running, you won't have an alternator light. So in my head, I didn't, without really looking into it, that said it was charging. Now I'm looking into this isn't charging. That one wasn't charging. Possibly both rectifiers are knackered. So I'm chasing a fault that is a 20 quid part that just 3 screws and then it's replaced. So I think that's a next step. The wiring from the ECU to the starter motor ECU to the alternator is fine. The 12 volt feed down the blue wire is fine. All the connections are good and clean. All the engine earths, all the body earths, the battery earths are all down to less than half an ohm resistance through any of it, whereas they're about 4, 5, 7 before, depending where you were fishing around. I've had the instrument cluster out again, just to check behind the wiring wise. I dropped a screw down the back of here, so I had to take all this out. But then whilst I was there, I replaced the central electric panel back to the original one that came out of the car. So now, but there's absolutely no difference. They're not coded. They just distribute power wherever it needs to be. But both are identical and both make no difference to whatever the car does. So, yeah, it's been a bit of a weekend of not really sorting much out. Still got no reversing lights, but I've found the reversing light switch is quite crusty and I can't get the plug off, so it may be rotten on the inside. Again, parts car behind me, that's not an issue. This alternator thing's bugging me. I think I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and buy the rectifier, regulator, brush pack, and go from there, because there is every chance that both are backed up and I'm just chasing a fault that's blatantly stood in front of me. But yeah, it's a bit windy, so if outside it might be a bit noisy, but yeah, you've got body earths down here. Main body earth one there. There's 2 down there, the brown wires you can just about see there behind the wire under the headlight. There's one on the front of the engine block. There's that one there. And anywhere you go now in any of it, it's less than half an ohm resistance. Getting the correct wiring feeds to there. The wiring through to the back and the inside of the plugs here is correct. It starts fine, it runs fine. It just won't charge. So I think the next step is buy a regulator. Say 20 quid. I spent 2 days on it so far. We'll see. I'll have a look on YouTube, see if there's anywhere to actually how to physically test one, but I think without them being fitted on the car and things, I'm not sure there is an easy way. There probably is, I'll have to have a look. Yeah, other than that, today's been a bit ruling out problems, ruling out faults and issues, sorting out potential issues, but still not achieved anything other than resetting the engine management light. I then did get an electric power steering light came on, and then turn it off, start it again, it's alright. The oil level is alright, it started again, it worked alright. So it's all sort of spurious electrical issues. And I know they have got potential issues inside the clusters with dry joints, so I'm wondering whether it's worth taking it apart and just resoldering a couple of the suspect ones. So I think that'll do. It's only a short video today. I haven't actually achieved anything. I've not had anything that's worthwhile filming because I've just been laid on my back under the car or under the dashboard again. But a lot of things have been improved. It's just I suspecting now we're chasing a fault that's blatantly this bit here. As I showed you yesterday, they're not a big part. And as if by magic, there it is, there's an old one. Well, there's the other one. Now, if these are original, I don't know, I can't make out the date. No, excuse me. It's original Bosch one anyway, so potentially his original one, it may have failed. That blue car, as I say, wasn't charging. He did say when I bought it, it had an alternator fault. That could have been the alternator fault. So all this time, it could just be that, and I've been chasing wiring for 2 days. But, it is what it is. Not much I can do about it. It's get one ordered. I think 25 quid I've got last night on eBay. Connect it up and then fingers crossed that'll cure it. I may have answered all my own questions in all the previous videos by saying that they usually fail because of that. Who knows? Anyway, right, I'm going to get off. I'm going to put this back together inside, and I'll see you in another video. Any comments? Greatly appreciated. I've had a few on the last one. Saying sort of keep going, don't give up on it. I know, yeah, I'm not giving up on it. Too far down the road, and yeah, I don't give up. I don't like give up on stuff. It's a challenge. Something in here is beating me, and I don't like it. So yeah, all right. I'll see you in another video, which will probably be when I get the regulator, rectifier, brush pack, whatever people call them. But other than that, thanks for watching. See you again. Cheers. Made a bit of progress. Last job of the day. So you got reversing lights. Change the switch off of that one. It works straight away. So another job done.